Good afternoon. My name is Jim Conlan, and welcome to the latest episode of our entertainment show. As you know, in part 3 of our entertainment show each week, we premiere a new movie or TV series that is debuting here in Ireland and the UK, and especially here in Ireland where Irish eyes are smiling. And up for discussion this week, it's back for season 5, a highly successful TV series starring two sisters in terms of them moving out, trying to make it on their own in the big bad world. The Fosters, as they call, is a spin-off of the series The Fosters. It's called Good Trouble. The two primary characters are Marina Foster and Callie Foster, and it features an all-star cast including Cierra Ramirez, Surya Deli, Sherry Colo, Emma Hunton, Josh Pence, Maia Mitchell, and our special guest this evening, the one and only Rachel Rosenbloom. And it's coming out here in Ireland on channel Disney Plus on May the 31st. And Rachel, just looking on, when you signed up to Good Trouble at the start and when you got to your sort of role, did you ever think that you'd be still talking about the project 5 seasons later?
Not at all. Not at all. Fun insider fact, I auditioned for a much smaller role. That would have been only one episode, and when they called to offer me the part, I played Gina, and I'm part of the little cohort that is works with coworkers with Mariana.
Okay.
In tech. I was totally surprised, and then have continued to be surprised that they have brought our little team. They lovingly call us the Fight Club Girls. As we started a fight club for women in tech. So the Fight Club Girls have lasted this long is truly a surprise.
Yeah, I suppose Rachel as well. I was just looking there, 45 episodes in terms of, it's very rare these days where a TV series that might have roughly, or looking at some of the new things coming out at the moment, they probably run maybe 9 to 10 episodes max, and then after they have a successful first season, they get renewed for a second season, and then all the cloud is will they bring it back for the third or final season, or and if they do, that's going to be the sort of the final one. So to land on 5 seasons, it's rare these days in terms of Hollywood, with so many pilots, with so many different concepts, with everything trying to keep it fresh. Sometimes that think people say after 2 seasons, oh, that's worn out, that's lost its appeal or something. But to keep something going in 5 seasons, you must be doing something right, I know.
You know, I first and foremost, I just have endless gratitude to Joanna Johnson, who is our showrunner, creator, and Peter Page and Bradley Bredeweg, and our entire writers room, who have really continued to push push our story and enjoy us kind of showing up over and over again. And also, like, I think they just keep it so topical. We are always talking about what is really happening in our world today and what really are our concerns, while also like being juicy and still having all of those, like, you know, sexy tidbits to lean on. So I truly have endless gratitude. It is a total shock that it's been this long. And I totally put that on our entire creative team, our crew, our cast, that just keeps it so alive and so fresh that it's gone on this long.
And I suppose, Rachel, is there a great sense of when you're involved in a concept like this, when it's not really an action type series, when it's not really a sci-fi series, when some of those people that are involved in those sort of projects, they're looking nervously each week to know, is my character going to get the dreaded chop or the famous sort of death sort of scene? But when you're involved in a sort of something, the sort of a families type show like this in 2 seasons, there's never that really sense of worry or fear, but you have to sort of still give a really good sort of performance and do your pearls, but there's no real sense that there's going to be, say, tragedies around the corner.
Oh, I will say, I myself, I'm always worried. We have so many cliffhangers, you know. I'm trying to remember where we left off in season 4. You know, the last. I hope this isn't spoiling it for anybody who's not caught up. So, quick, if you haven't watched the end of season 4, quick spoiler. But we left season 4 with a gunshot.
Yeah.
We left season 4 with the most cliffhanger. And even for us, our Fight Club, our bulk beauty, all of us in tech, is I feel like we have just been through so many ups and downs. Will we make it? Are we on the chopping block? Are we about to disband? My specifically my cohorts, Maisie, Klompus, and Sarah DeYoung, feel like we're kind of this three, and then we're always with our amazing kind of leader of our team, Cierra Ramirez, who plays Mariana. She knows, because she's an executive producer and all these things. But the three of us are kind of, we'll get a script and be like, is this the end for us? Is bulk beauty bulk beauty's in trouble? So I know it's not, it's no Game of Thrones, but there's no head going to be chopped off, but it certainly has felt that way with all of the ups and downs and roller coaster ride we've been on as our company and our little squad. So.
And Rachel, obviously being in California, in terms of landing the role, was it recommended by a local talent agent? Was it a normal sort of process when you landed the gig on Good Trouble? And obviously, is a short sort of trek for you to Santa Clara, where most of the shooting was done?
Yeah, it was, for me, it was a totally normal audition process, though. Like I said, audition came in through my agent or my manager, one of the two, and went through the audition process. And then, like I said, I got that phone call that they'd like to offer me a recurring role, and that was, I mean, an absolute surprise. But I do vividly remember the audition. It was a very I actually went in to play a woman who was on the stand, who was in more of the legal world, that was kind of going through a roller coaster of emotion. So we actually got to work that scene a little bit in that initial audition, and I think that, plus I previously was on Silicon Valley on HBO, where I also played a character in tech too. So I think having that base of kind of, we imagine this world, we see you in this world, is kind of, it fits just right. So and Santa Clarita is just a nice, like, 30 minutes hop and a skip over the hill for me. So it's and I always say we're always going the right direction. Everyone's trying to get into LA in the morning, and we're trying to get up to Santa Clarita. So it's a real treat.
And Rachel, before we came on air, you mentioned a bit of a project that you might be coming our way here in Ireland and the UK later on in the year, in terms of a role you played. You might enlighten all our audience and our listeners what that is about, so we can keep our eyes and our ears open in terms of catching it when it comes our way.
Yeah, you'll catch me in a nice little scene with Elizabeth Banks in the film Call Jane, which is about the underground ring of women, amazing women in the 60s, who helped women get abortions before Roe v. Wade passed, which I, in some ways felt like a period piece, and also yet clearly the most topical thing. So it was an absolute honor to be a part of that. And keep an eye out. I'm one of many phenomenal people part of this cast. So.
And Rachel Rosenbloom, I do believe you've visited the Emerald Isles in the past. You might tell us whereabouts you went and what were your experiences?
Yeah, in college, I went for spring break with my college roommate and dearest friend to this day, Pierce O'Toole. So we kind of went based on his last name. We went to go to his family's namesake, and we went to Dublin, and we went to Galway, and we had a blast. Did all the typical touristy things, but we were 21 or 20 at the time, so we were staying in hostels and walking down the street late at night eating curry fries after many a Guinness in the pubs, and saw the cliffs and did all of the touristy things. But it was one of my favorite trips of all time. It was an absolute blast.
Well, you're welcome back, Rachel Rosenbloom, anytime in the future. And Rachel, for the final 30 seconds, you might enlighten all our audience, all our listeners, all our viewers, why they should tune in en masse to the channel Disney Plus on May the 31st for season 5 of Good Trouble. And what's in store for them, Rachel?
Oh, yeah. Tune in for the drama, tune in for the cliffhangers, tune in to get your answers, and tune in for hot topics, you know, hit hard at the voice of youth. I think it's totally spot on. And also shout out to our DPs, our camera team. It looks good. Tune in because it looks amazing. Some good storytelling.
On that note, Rachel Rosenbloom, from me, Jim Conlan, a pleasure talking to you on the airwaves this evening. We wish you all the best in your future endeavours. Do enjoy sunny LA, and obviously the coffee seems to be working a treat in terms of a pleasant sort of smile. You're fresh and bubbly, enthusiastic there today. And Rachel, we look forward to seeing you in many more episodes and seasons of Good Trouble to come. You're on season 5. All you need to do now is double it and look for the magic number. And in terms of putting double digits, 5, why not 10 seasons? Who knows? But for the moment, Rachel, stay safe, take care, and God bless.
Thanks so much, Jim.